And sometimes when you see the unattached athletes or the unaffiliated athletes, you think they just may be in there for some pacing duties, but not in this particular race. Mikulski, Comer, Olsen, and Collette all planned on finishing this race.
Fans, whip out those smartphones and make sure to download the official Drake Relays presented by Extreme App, powered by Mid-America Energy. You can get live results, upcoming event schedules, and more, all at your fingertips. Available now in the App Store and Google Play Store.
Well, Dan, there are 6 races left, but there's 2 hours left of the broadcast. And being that I'm in a sympathetic mood, because I know you did yeoman's work last night with the shot put, I think we're going to bid you adieu. Rest your voice, and we'll be back here bright and early for tomorrow's call, and I'll carry the rest of the show home.
I appreciate it, Paul. Thank you, sir. From one Oregonian to another, good night.
Good night. Dan O'Brien joining us, and he'll be back with our coverage tomorrow on runnerspace.com for the full day of action at the Friday stop on the Drake Relays Tour as we get set for racing here. This will be the unseeded section of the women's 5,000. Just 5,000s and 10,000 meters remaining as these races will come one after the other. The unseededs to be followed by the open division racing here as well. And we've continued to see dry conditions here. We did move up some of the field events early on in this schedule on Thursday due to what we thought maybe would be some inclement weather coming in, but so far it has stayed away. And so dry racing conditions for these 12.5 laps of this 5,000 meters here at Drake. Kate Crawford of Northern Iowa, the early leader here, with Sonia Inzinger of Bradley and Kylie Anderson of Winona State, and Geneva Timmerman of South Dakota, the sophomore. As we mentioned earlier, we'll be back bright and early at 8:30 Central Time for the first round of the high school girls 100-meter hurdles, and then action just continues all day Friday. Final events on the track scheduled at 8:44 p.m. local time, so 12 hours of track and field live on Runner Space tomorrow. And reminder that all of the events that we show on the broadcast available to you on demand almost immediately following our live coverage. So a chance for those who are watching at home, mentioning to some of the folks that you're watching that they can go back and watch the races as well after the fact. But we're focused on the 5,000 meters here in the Distance Carnival night at the 2025 Drake Relays Women's Open 5,000. First full lap of that track, 82.07 for Crawford of Northern Iowa. And you see Kylie Anderson in the Winona State singlet, and Inzinger of Bradley. Brittany Burek of Indiana State in the white over blue on the inside is in fourth. Hillary Traynor of Iowa, the freshman in the yellow, back in, call it, sixth position. Shirelli of South Dakota, now in fourth.
10 laps to go. 2:01 at 600.
Crawford came through 1,000 meters in 3:21:04, 80.34 on that last lap. So first kilometer down, 4 kilometers to go, 10 laps on the track. And Crawford continues to lead. Crawford, Anderson, Burak, Girelli, Hill, Trainer, and Inzinger. Out in lane 2, or at least on the line between 1 and 2, is Geneva Timmerman of South Dakota. Burak looking for a way out and finally finds a way out. He's going to push forward here and wants to stay right behind the leader, Crawford, as they see single digits on the lap counter now. 9 laps to run.
Change is taking place in the long jump yet. Mecklenburg is up.
5 minutes elapsed on the clock for Anderson, Burak, Girelli, Crawford, Timmerman, and Hill. Millie Hill and then Hillary Trainer of Iowa. Lead group of 5 now,
Anderson of Winona State.
but that's got some folks reacting from the back as they don't want to let these women up front get too far away.
18 again at 18.6. That was Reese Brownlee. Last year's Drake relays and
So 6 women in this lead group now as they reach 6 minutes on the clock, 8 laps to go.
18.6 and 3/4. Her leading mark is 18.10. And we're back to the top of the order, round number 5 with Katie Graydon of Ogden.
79.81 on that last lap by Anderson. Burak of Indiana State, Girelli of South Dakota. Timmerman of South Dakota is right behind her teammate in 4th. And then Millie Hill of Northern Iowa. Just saw Peyton Smith of Indiana State emerge from the group. Big smile by Millie Hill of Northern Iowa. She moves up into 4th, but they're running kind of single file here.
You're in round 5, the high school girls long jump.
Just coming into view in the back of the pack in wearing hip 15, just coming off the final turn. That's Kaitlyn Bounds of the United States Paralympic team, as there's a number of Paralympians competing here at Drake. As mentioned earlier on the broadcast, Paralympic athletes also have an opportunity to compete with their able-bodied counterparts at the U.S. Championships this year, as both the Paralympic and able-bodied divisions will be contested. Oh, and now some disaster here at the front as our leader Burak got knocked down and now is going to move back and into the lead. So a little bit of chaos here at the front. Yellow flag is up there. You see the official gesturing there at the top of turn number 2, but Burak, who was the one who went down, is back and in the lead. As we go back, and another little bit of tussle there, but let's go back to that moment. As you can see, as Burak just got tripped up by Anderson. But she's able to gather herself and get back up on her feet quickly and back and to the lead. So Brittany Burak of Indiana State, the sophomore, now into the second half of this 5,000-meter distance as they have 6 laps to go.
6 laps to go.
82-18 on that last lap for Burak, Anderson, Girelli, and Hill. 9 women in this lead group now.
Big Pen of Liberty improves in the long jump. From 8 to 4, jump to 17.7.
Lead group compressing just a little bit here as they will reach 3,000 meters. 5 laps remain. Burak still leading here. No one else wanting to take the lead just yet. That's Timmerman of South Dakota out in lane 2. But Burak, Anderson, Jarrell.
And this women's 5,000 went through 3K in 10:09. Burak and Anderson and Jurley. Timmerman, former ADM prep, running for South Dakota, and 4. Millie Hill from Iowa. Running well.
And now a change at the lead as Kylie Anderson has asserted herself once again. Move on the inside. As the push towards home here will continue. A little more than a mile to go.
Reese Brownlee of Clear Lake.
Ava Pankratz of St. Thomas of Minnesota has moved up.
6 3/4.
And on the
After a first round foul,
outside, Millie Hill in the
defending champion
blue
leader.
over dark trunks is into 5th.
4 laps to go here.
Eleni Lovgren of South Dakota State in the white back in 6th. But now 4 laps to go.
6 3/4 jumps. Back to the top of the order with Katie Graydon of Ogden in the 6th and final round in the high school girls long jump.
Now a group of 5 in front here.
Geneva Timmerman of South Dakota. Now moving up into 2nd. Her teammate Jurley right there with her. Lead group of 6, and here they come off the turn.
So Timmerman with the lead on the outside now, but this group has remained solidly intact for the last lap. They did 82.12 on the previous lap. This is 3,800 meters. 3 laps to go. Timmerman certainly taking the longer route to the finish line, staying out there and not staying on the rail.
With 3 to go.
But it remains Anderson. And now for the first time, Millie Hill's going to move to the lead. As they'll reach the top of the backstretch, it'll be 4,000 meters. And so Hill has the lead at 4,000. Trying to break from the group a little bit. Timmerman's going to press on the gas just a little bit and close the gap quickly. And in the back of that pack, Lovgren and Pankratz starting to make their move around Anderson. As we feel the pace quicken here, 82.54 on the last lap for Timmerman. And now we'll check Millie Hill's split here with 2 laps to go.
Is the leader with 2 to go.
$82.51 on that last lap. That lap wasn't faster than the previous one, but everyone else has run that last lap a little bit slower. Hill, Timmerman, Lovgren. And then Pankratz now into 4th. And now Timmerman challenges Hill on the outside. He'll try to hold position on the inside rail. With a lap and a half to go here in section, or actually this is the only section of the unseeded. We'll have an open section here to follow. But race for the win here, down to 4 women. Hill, Timmerman, Lovgren, and Pankratz. Lovgren of South Dakota State now for the first time with the lead. 82.51 on that last lap. This will be quick, though. This last lap, a race to the finish. 80.75 on that last lap for Lovgren. And she has the lead with Hill and Pankratz and Timmerman. And here comes Timmerman once again. And really pushing on the jet. She has been out in lane 2 for this entire race. And staying out in lane 2 because Hill won't give her the rail. And now finally, Timmerman with advantage on the rail. Lovgren now moved to the outside. As this is still anyone's race with 200 to go. Lovgren.
And a foul for Mecklenburg. Reese Brownlee at clear lane.
As Lovgren will have the lead coming off the final turn. Little bit of separation from the rest of the field. Hill going to the arms into second. But Lovgren's going to win this unseeded division as she'll cross the line in 16.51. And a last lap of 72.51 for Eleni Lovgren of South Dakota State. Millie Hill second. And Geneva Timmerman of South Dakota finishing in third.
After a first round foul, she's 5 in a row of 18 feet plus, and her winning jump today, 18 feet 10 inches. Reese Brownlee at Clear Lake. Lovgren's winning time in the 5,000, 16:51.30. Millie Hill of Northern Iowa, 16:52.94. Geneva Timmerman of
A new lifetime best for Lovgren, Timmerman, and Pankratz in first, third, and fourth as we continue to populate those results for you with the finishing times, and we'll get set for racing in Section 2 here momentarily. Lovgren giving up the lead, but only for a short period of time on that backstretch as she responded to Timmerman's move and ultimately took the victory here in the unseeded section of the women's 1500 in 16:51 and change.